thinking more like Fredrin. I'm thinking more of like, you just need a person to stand there and be a wall.
But usually utility jugglers struggle from Alpha, so I'm thinking, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lancelot.
Lancelot.
Well, Wolf, you called it. But Repo said it's hard. And I'm actually going to back...
Oof, it is intense. It's the ALJ match of the day, and it couldn't get any more tense as we head into the Land of Dawn, as this game one could already set the stage for the Group of Death, as SRG just needs that one win. We'll find out once again. Great pickups here. I love the lineups. I forgot about the Alpha as well, guys. Don't worry about it. But, you know, because of the fact of that, Kyrie picks up a Lancelot into the jungle. And paired up with this, I mean, paired up with Keyboy on this Kufra, should give him enough coverage and setup potential. See if this time, mid lane.
Great knockup onto Stormy, dealing some damage back, but Yums is able to get the crash course. But yeah, as we were talking about it, right? I mean, with the Harith, with the Farsight, they needed something physical.
What did Wolf call it? Harry Potter?
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter?
Is that the
combination,
Harry Farsight combination? Harry
a lot of magic?
But yeah, with Kyrie on this pick, it is a signature pick. This was the Kyrie pick, you know, back in MSC 2023. It was the iconic one, as well as the Kufra for Keyboy. So they're trying to recapture, you know, what made them so special last year.
I think they'll be able to, as long as the early game goes okay for them. But again, you have to consider the fact that SRG has not lost. You know, I mean, for the most part, they're just continuing on with their undefeated streak. And that's something to take note of, because how are they able to do this? You know, what allows them to do this? And I think also, it's a great point that Gideon pointed out, the roamers, man. We have to pay attention to the roamers for both these teams. And the fact that Yums got his hands on the chip, and we saw what happened yesterday when Liquid Echo brought that to the table in hands of JP. So Yums, if he's able to even replicate that or put his own spin on this chip pick, it could be devastating for Fnatic ONIC as they get into these objective fights. But you're already seeing this little tension in the XP lane.
Bit of a battle as Stormy rotates down below as well. Tries to go for the clear for the level 4 advantage, and both of them will be able to get level 4. Lupi, a bit delayed for that level 4. Keyboy as well. You can see now as Sans stays in the mid lane. Yums crash course over to Sans. You can see the poke damage already towards Sans, but Sans is doing some damage back to Yums. Now penalty zone. Locking Skies up. It's going to be Kyrie walking forward against CC to the back line. Still with the door. Rosa able to survive for a bit, but will be taken down. Skies able to survive as Keyboy flickers forward with a bouncing ball. Now with Cram doing the same thing with the Dome Round Wolf King. Pure destruction from Innocent all the way from the gold lane towards the turtle. Lupi still swinging the hammer down to the Stormy. One last hit should do it now with a few more hammer swings. He gets it done. It's 3-1, but the turtle goes to SRG.
Okay. Wait, 2? No, he's not. He gets pulled into the turret. Okay, he's out.
I'm offended again. Crab trying to go for the sustain. He does get it, but now up top it's going to be teleport to bring them all up to get CW.
Oh man, already this game, a lot of action happening on across the map even. You know, we got to take a look. Lutby able to stay alive through that, especially with the Brave Smite emblem that he rocked with for this game. And, you know, he lacked the entry points that they had for that first turtle. It's just, SRG handled Kyrie so well. The timing with what they could provide with CC really played its part. Taking a look here. Items falling into place, no first items locked in just yet. Still the Corrosive Scythe being worked on, of course, for Innocent. Once he does get that, that'll help slow down. But again, a part of this is just looking at the chip, the value that this shortcut brings to the table. Enchanted Talisman will be locked in by Stormy as well. And we heard it during the roundtable. SRG couldn't wait for this matchup against Fnatic ONIC. On the top side, a lot of attention here. Some extra gold going to the pockets of Innocent. But ultimately, nothing can be found on the top side, you know, for SRG here. Pace-wise, Mirko, they're setting the pace here.
Just trying to make it as fast as possible. With the chip, that's what they need to do. Especially considering, you know, the Alpha. We've seen this a couple of times. I think our friend has a bit of PTSD when it comes to this Alpha pick when it goes to the late game. So I think that's the opposite where Fnatic ONIC want to play with, right? The mid-game power spike is definitely something that Fnatic ONIC have in the bag. But if SRG can continue to pull off these neutral objective takes, it's going to be very, very scary for Fnatic ONIC in the early game. Yums again, that base damage on the chip. It's quite ridiculous.
It is, and there's a reason why the Chip and the Luis are usually banned out, right? Doesn't change too much. Turtle is for the taking. It's half health. It's going to go for a reset. Kram is not going to find the I'm Offended he was looking for with that ultimate from the Ruby. Keyboy going to jump in? No, he doesn't. And that's already another turtle in the hands of SRG.
It looked like Fnatic Onic really wanted to go for the contest there, but then Kyrie missed his puncture, the second one. He went on to Kram, used the puncture, the second one onto Yums, didn't connect, so they had to pull back. They don't have the recess, they don't have the mobility to actually go for the turtle. I think it was a good call. It would have been a bit too forced, but we do get a look at the items here at the 5th minute of the game. That's a War Axe for Kyrie on the Lancelot.
So a little more, in a way, it's just you're trying to be a little more defensive here. Yums is going to go ahead and spawn him out. Has good damage though, but that's also a War Axe picked up by Loopy now. That's going to play a big part, especially with the Brave Smite emblem that we saw earlier be utilized. So for Fnatic Onic, when you're really thinking about it, you're just trying to break down this lineup here and where... Oh, hold on.
Revenge and the Rage now. It's a unfortunate for their airstrike. He won't be able to pop me the shortcut, but he does in time. Yo gets down with the flicker as well now. The Spear of Alpha locks Keyboy down. Loopy still able to find a kill with the penalty zone. Lock it 3 members down. CW goes to re-engages. Keyboy rotates as well, but they will not be able to find more. Nope, Keyboy bouncing ball onto Innocent. Miss Walker used it to blink sounds with the flicker forward, but the Purify Innocent gets out with 1 HP. SRG stay alive. The Spear of Destruction nearly hitting Sans there, but they're able to utilize this Priel to continue the top siege.
Fnatic Onic wants these kills. They want them early on. They want to be able to snowball. Look at this.
Devon forced into the feather airstrike with the Spear of Alpha. Keyboy gonna be dismantled. In the front is Yums. Looks for the flank. Doesn't have the shortcut just yet, but will be able to lock CW down for Skies and Stormy to deal enough damage. Look, 1v3. It's a big hammer swing, but Skies, he loves these chunky members. Spear of Alpha into the crash course. Lippy surviving with the flicker, getting the Brave Smite proc to his Kram, tries to deal with Kyrie in the mid lane, and Kyrie will be able to puncture out of it.
Man, I think SRG just accomplished what they wanted to after, having a couple deaths there. They get some, again, in response, and now the turtle's up. And if they go ahead and grab all 3 turtles here, Fnatic Onic feel like they have to contest this. They want to. Kyrie goes in the zone.
Again, bottom lane. Keyboy now with the Township Bench and the Rage finding 3 as the turtle is going to be up for grabs. And they're all going to be locked down. Kind of backlines over the perfect slash again, but Kyrie will be able to get just 1 shutdown. Looking for more. Stormy takes him out. Such a chaotic fight in the bottom lane. Fnatic Onic decide to fight, and they pay the price for it.
They pay the price. We look at the replay here from STC. Again, a good setup from Keyboy. Shortcut comes through, but man, is it chaotic. And for some reason, Kyrie could not pick up those kills. Multiple low HP. You can see how good SRG's feeling about that exchange. Man, it's very difficult, it looks like, for Kyrie to go ahead and use this Lancelot pick.
It really is. Every single person has CC. You got the Spear of Misery, you have the Don't Run Wolf King, and on top of that, you have that crazy damage and the CC from the crash course.
Yeah.
Everything can stop him, and it's all up to the rest of the team to really look for the sets. Kyrie on a turtle. Keyboy going for the Town's Revenge. Locking Kram up into the Rage as well. Now with the Feather Airstrike, they collapse on Kram, and he will die to that first kill of Loopy. That's a kill streak picked up by Loopy. Skies bringing out the retreat battles. Kyrie goes into the puncture, escaping this. A Spear of Alpha onto the back. Now with the Spear of Misery, pinning Keyboy down. Innocent with Spear of Destruction, now chasing CW. With Yums locking him out. Loopy cannot get the swings. Skies goes in, but DPZ will be there. Sans gets a trade. Stormy gets a shutdown. Kyrie in the bottom lane, going for the trade. It's a big gold lead to the Giants.
SRG not only gets kills, but they get the turtle as well. What can Fnatic Onic do about this? It just seems like everything they try doesn't work against SRG. They have an answer for everything against Fnatic Onic. And as we look once again, it's just the power of utilizing that shortcut from Yums. Fighting into these small crevices around the map, utilizing Innocent on the Moskov pick. I mean, look at the items already. He's got the Corrosive Ice, he's got the Golden Staff, working next, possibly for that DHS. And, Yums, he's got a Dominant Ice. That's it. He's that tanky already. This is why the chip is talked about so much. There's the DHS locked in now for Innocent. And this makes it much more difficult now to utilize Keyboy here on this Kufra. You might get that setup, but then your health bars are going to be gone in an instant, just like this turret in the tier 2 bottom side.
Innocent is doing so well right now with the farm. The damage dealt is actually on Terizla. It's Lutpi just utilizing that base damage with the War Axe. And then we have 3 SRG members. Lancelot all the way down, and as you can see, Keyboy's been soaking a whole lot of that damage together with Lutpi, but it really hasn't been enough. Skies is the reason for that. He's been able to melt down these frontliners so easily with the built-in true damage of that alpha, connecting all of his skills. And if you see his build, it's not even like a full damage build. It's a War Axe into defense.
He's like a tanky alpha, you know, for the most part. His job is Talfa. He just wants to go in, get the Spear of Alpha on, and then, you know, relies on the rest of the team to shine from there. And that might be what solves the problem where we usually see Alpha struggle towards the mid to late game transition. Right now, this Lord is going to be up here. Fnatic ONIC, despite still trying to come things together.
Good catch onto Yums now with the Phantom Execution together with CW, but he has used the Saman Force. Cram, Donor, and Wolf King again. Over to Lutpi and Keyboy.
All right, Keyboy jumps in. Gonna find the target.
Again, that's gonna be Dime offended, locking him down. Now with the penalty zone as well. It's gonna be Cram locked down and taken now. 2 members taken down by FNOC. They find some stability here around the Lord Pit. Sky still looking for an engage. Innocent jumps over there. Miss Walker and Kyrie gets one of them in the back. Now the Phantom Execution. Lutpi falls. That's a trade down. Now Stormy with the flicker forward. Gets very, very low. Sky's trying to go for the opening. Spear of Alpha. Skies again finding the play, but will not be able to get the Lord. It was Sans that secured it for Fnatic ONIC.
And despite that, at least for Fnatic ONIC, they finally find the hope in this game. Yums is gonna drop down the shortcut, and Sans is taken out in an instant. There's nothing you could do about that. But they at least have the objective. They have the Lord marching on the top side. Next for Fnatic ONIC is to play into this. What can they grab across the map? They need to get space to work around with. They only have 2 turrets down. And with this Lord, they could possibly start to get some of that movement in their favor, start to get some of the space to work around with. But look at this. Innocent will just hold the Lord here and deal with it for now. The rest of SRG here to help him out. It looks like Fnatic ONIC didn't get much out of this Lord.
No, they really didn't, right? I mean, they couldn't. The fact that SRG forced the team fight on them when they went for the Lord. And, I mean, taking a look at the itemization from Kyrie, it's that utility build, technically.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mix. It's a semi-tank build with a War Axe into the Thunder Belt, into the Endless Battle. So he's really going to be relying on those basic attack procs right as he uses the skills, and not so much of an assassin. He can't really one-shot people, but we did see almost a one-shot happen to Innocent, or actually to Yums earlier, with the Phantom Execution.
I think part of that, again, is you have to be able to go in and out of these fights. Yes, they're still assassins, but if you're gone in an instance, you know, what good are you? Especially when we're talking about the Lord fights later on, because the Lord dances have changed. You know, they're not exactly these long, drawn-out fights anymore. Much more calculated, I'd say, from what we're seeing, and you gotta kind of match what Sakai's has. You see him, he just picks up the Athena shield. He's got some now defensive ability to work against the burst that can actually come out from Sans as well. So that's part of the play here. Immortality as well from Cram so far in this Ruby pick has done a lot of work already. Just being a nuisance to deal if you're Fnatic ONIC, and then also, there it is already. They try, this is the thing. Fnatic ONIC, like I said, with the Lord they had earlier, they had to get some of these turrets down. You're only seeing the tier 1s top and bottom down. That mid lane turret that stands for SRG is actually paying huge value to their control as they wait for that Lord to go up in 40 seconds here. So for Fnatic ONIC, it's just, let's farm what we can, but we have to stay together. Oh!
I'm offended into the Spear of Misery. Kyrie gonna be caught by SRG! The Giants find Kyrie. The timing, it's right for the Lord. 30 seconds and 20 seconds, respectively, for Kyrie and the Lord. We get to see the replay here. Kyrie jumped with the puncture, and he was not aware. He did not know that they were there.
Cram, oh man. Cram knew, and you know, Kyrie obviously gets caught there. And that's tough because, like you said, his timer, his death timer, it's still there. They might actually try to rush this unless Lutpi can stall them out enough. Fnatic ONIC might do that in time for Kyrie to make it here. But it's already going to be started up. Look how fast it's going down.
And look at Yums into the backline. He goes with the crash course. Now Keyboy trying to go for the Tyrant's Revenge to Yums, but he just keeps on juking, distracting the backline as SRG get the Lord. An enhanced Lord now for Selangor Red Giants on the conquest to take Fnatic ONIC out of MSC.
They're on their way. Things, again, fall into place here. SRG teams have struggled to find a way, to find the weak point of Selangor Red Giants. And so far, even FONIC is struggling to deal with that, as now they have to deal with a push by the Lord on the bottom side.
Kyrie again into the bottom lane with the puncture now. It's still an enhanced Lord, so he will be able to charge down despite all the damage. Crab again with I'm offended, fighting Suns! T-Boy with a rage, but the Purify gets them out. Now CW to be caught in the crash course as Yums dives in deep, but the Spear of Destruction doesn't connect. Cram still has the immortality. That's Yums with his own immortality pop. Look, trying to go for the defense right now, but the base is quite open. They are able to drag them in waves up top. Crab again, I'm offended! Straight into the Spear of Alpha! FONIC. They're everywhere. Cram with a Don't Robo King CW trying to use his Amon Force to go for the defense as Keyboy gets down by Stormy. CW picks up double kill, but the waves are all there. Now with the winning waves, it's Kyrie versus the world. The Red Giants drag the Sky Kings out of their throne.
SRG, the undefeated, the untarnished, will dismantle the defending MS.